Hello and welcome, my G spotters. Welcome to another episode of Courtney G's Spot. We're here live. I know it's been like 2 weeks since we saw you last, or you saw me last. I've never seen you. I don't know what you look like, but we are here. We're doing our thing live like we usually do. Back on a Sunday, back ready to go. I hope I didn't get cut off at the wrong time. I don't even know where I started there, but I'm pretty sure we're live. So we're here together. We're about to do some talking, some going through about some reflecting. If you notice the title of the show, there's been some things going on in the world, and things are positive, things are negative. We've got a lot to talk about together, and that's why we go live. We want to talk with you. We want to interact with our audience. We want to engage with the people, bring the good and the bad, balance it together to come as one community and try to help each other. Sometimes the ideas that come in from the audience is fantastic. The things that we find out is great, leads us to new avenues. Sometimes I might say an element of a little nibble of information that helps you out throughout your day. And that's what we're here for. And I say we. Why do I say we? Because I got this guy in the background, Mr. DC's in the house.
What is up, everybody? Like he said, I hope you are having a good Sunday afternoon. Gotta hop on here just to make sure that our audio is sounding correct.
Yeah, we always have problems sometimes because I got some old school equipment over here. So we have to make sure our stream is good. Put the speaker on.
Testing, 1,
1,
2, 3.
2, 3. Buckle my feet.
5, 7,
8.
All right.
Everything's good. Like I said, we're live. We're going to talk some crypto tonight. We're going to talk a little reflections. And when I say reflections, I don't just mean crypto. Like currently, today is actually, we'll bring up a little, what we call a sad moment. Today, I've been reflecting because 20 years ago today, actually, my father passed away. And he is still, obviously, it's been a long time, and he's not here. So it's weird. It's not even because the morning is, I do miss him. I do wish he was here so we could see my son. He never got to see that. He never got to see us grow up and become the men that we have. And I say we, I have 3 younger brothers. And so he too early due to cancer. Nothing he could have done that I know of. Maybe, I don't know. But here we are in the future, 20 years later, and it seems like a lifetime ago. And yet you remember everything. You remember 20 years ago. You remember those moments that really impacted your life and how it shaped you and what you became. And it's very interesting road. So to reflect sometimes is good. To think about the past. Don't dwell on it. Don't let it control you. If I were to sit and just always be sad all the time about him not being around, you wouldn't be able to function. Yeah, I was sad for a long time. I went through a long period. I had to go through therapy. I had my younger brothers. My mom had some issues, yada, yada, yada. And I dealt with drugs, and we lost a house. And, man, it was bad. But here we are on the other side. 20 years later. Man, 20 years. So life does continue to move forward. And actually, we were talking about the other night how everything is just continues moving forward regardless of what you do or what happens around. Like people are moving, like the world is shifting and shaping, and technology is advancing, and time never slows down. The days are the same, and they're going to continue until the sun explodes or whatever. And then that's the point. None of it matters anyway. But so currently, it's always going to be another 24 hours. And tomorrow is going to happen. And the next week is going to happen. And July is going to happen. And the December is going to happen. And 2025 is going to happen. So you need to prepare. Remember the past. Remember what got you to where you are. But don't loosen up on the future. Like that still is going to happen. Like you're still going to get 5 years older than what you are now. And you're still potentially going to change jobs or change cars or change friends or change apartments or change houses. And the world's going to change. So just, I don't know. I guess where I'm going with this is just prepare for that shit. Is don't sleep on your laurels. Don't waste time not doing what you want to do. If you want to help somebody, go help somebody. If you want to play music, go play music. You want to draw, you want to paint, you want to build, you want to go to outer space. Go to outer space. Do whatever you feel like you want to do, because regardless of what you believe, what faith or religion or yada yada you want to believe in, this form that in which you are in will no longer exist at some point. So this energy that you're putting off, that you're looking through your eyes, and this aura that is you, your essence, will someday expel. And hopefully that is a long time from now, obviously. But live every day and prepare for tomorrow. It's because you never know what's going to happen. He was only 57 when he passed, so he would be 77 years old.
My dad was right around my mom's age. I believe she is 74, 75.
74, 75? Yeah, and she's trucking. Your mom was trucking. And see,
she's on like her fourth hip replacement. But
yeah, my mom's got some robot parts too. Yeah. So just love your family, love your friends. Do what you want to do. Just don't harm other people. Invest. I know that's what we talk about a lot on the show. We talk a lot of crypto and investing. And if you would have listened to me, how many episodes ago? I don't know.
Listen to the first two.
I don't know. No, not those 2 episodes. I'm talking about investing episodes.
Hey, but he is on the right track. So, I mean, basically what it comes down to is hopefully we're here for a long time, but no time is guaranteed. So
and it goes so fast.
The only good time to start doing what you want to do is right now. Right now.
Put your finger on that gas pedal and hit the nitrous into the loop-de-loop and flip the bird into the moon.
And I know we all can't be Elon Musk, but speaking of which, I mean, before Tesla took off, he was like umpteen gajillion dollars in debt and had no clue how he was going to continue on after tomorrow. And look at him now.
Yeah, he's the second.
Man builds rockets to space.
He's in a battle between the first and the second richest person on the planet. I mean, what kind of a world would that be in when that's your daily goal?
I got to make another $1 billion.
So I can pass that bald dude that looks like the evil guy from Austin Powers. Yeah, we need more entrepreneurial people in the world. People that want to better themselves. People that want to. Charlie, is that you?
Charlie bit me.
Say hi, Charlie. Welcome to the show, bro. I got Charlie into some Safu. And I tell you what, he's been talking about wanting to sell that shit.
Don't do it, Charlie.
Okay, Charlie, you hear that second voice in the background?
No, that's bad.
That's bad, Charlie.
You gotta hold on to it, Charlie.
Hold on to it.
Hey,
Charlie. There he is.
Yeah, no, you gotta hold, Charlie.
Hold.
I mean, I assume you know this man good enough to know where he's at. I'm a tiny fish, so I can tell you. I started out with $50, and that in itself went up to like $400, and then I put another $50 into something else, and that in itself went up to like $350, and then I dumped all that into Safu, and now we're looking at close to $8, and I don't know what my daily margin is, but it's good enough. It's not $200 a day. But
you're closing in on $20 a day.
Yeah, and
you're essentially 1/10 what I'm at this point.
That's where I'm always at. I'm always like looking at you, and you got like, not literally, but he's got like $20,000, and I got like $2. Speaking of which, if everything goes to plan, be over me by like $25 million by the end of the year. So I mean,
I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna make that one because my goal is
even Brian said that. Brian said we're all human. There's no way.
There's no way
that many people are gonna hold on. And I mean, I will because we're live. We're live killing bugs.
Edit that out.
Yep.
There's no way because even the guy because Chad actually hit me up the other day. He was concerned because someone dropped $500,000 into Safu, and he's like.
Was it the person with the trust fund or whatever?
Maybe something like that. But there was a $500,000 buyback. First of all, Brian did do that to burn tokens. So that was a buyback. So they buy and burn essentially is what they do. So that was great. So, but then there were some other whales that jumped in. But again, if you look at the holders, even the top holder holds only $1 million. I say only, but $1 million worth, which is not even 1% of the entire circulating supply. So with a $100 million market cap, they don't hold $1 million. Nobody can tank this token. Now, if the top 10 whales got together and combined forces, and they could tank 3 to 5% of the market cap, but who does that? When you're making, if you drop $500,000 into the token, you got 2,500 tokens. At 2,500 tokens, every day, you'll make every 2 days, times 2 days, 10, 100. Every day you're making like 50 tokens. So there's no, why would you even, that would even make any sense.
50 tokens.
50 tokens a day at $200 a day. That's $10,000 a day.
And so with this all being said just now, there is plenty of other ways to make that much money a day. If you're not sure about crypto, you don't understand crypto, you don't have to.
Nope.
Do what you understand.
Just invest in something. Time is short.
Honestly, the best like inspirational thing I ever heard, well, top 10, not the best thing I've ever heard, but top 10 thing that I ever heard about doing something or what you should be doing is somebody said maybe your purpose in life is to fix the thing that bothers you the most. So if you don't like the fact that this isn't regularly available, then maybe that's what you should do. If you don't like the way this system works, make your own system.
That's what that,
and you know, so on and so forth.
That kid that created that thing that was cleaning the litter out of the oceans, he was disgusted by the amount of trash in the oceans. He created, well, now of course something of that magnitude takes money. So you need to get to where you have money if it's going to be something of that magnitude. But even, I mean, I pick up trash around my little neighborhood here,
right?
Because it annoys me that my children have to play. It annoys me enough that they have to walk around in dog shit. But beyond that, take your dog over by the fence. But beyond that, trash. I don't know what it is. I don't know why people don't just put your trash in a trash bag and then you close the bag. And then you take that bag and you place that in a dumpster. And when you do this, it keeps that shit from being blown all over the yard. I don't know, it's pretty magical. It was invented in 1833 by Sir Isaac Trash McBaggins. And I don't think that's real. You don't Google that. That's not real. But you see what I'm saying? Pick up your damn trash. It's very simple. I don't know. Trash annoys me.
Yeah, don't be a garbage human being.
Don't be a garbage human being.
And that's
words to live by.
Yeah, that could apply to a lot of stuff. Honestly, there's this TikToker who has a daughter with autism. Okay, and stuff that say be kind to everybody. And I'm like, I love that. I love that because it shouldn't be situational based. You should just be a good human being.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about these categories. Everybody wants to a classification. You're a fucking human. There's nothing other than that. Monkeys are monkeys. Giraffes are giraffes. You're a fucking human. Boy, girl, cut off parts, paint your face, color your arms, some horns on your head. Still a fucking human. So just treat each other with respect. Now, if someone doesn't want to give you that respect, understandably, it is not by human nature.
Now, with that being said, real quick, I seen this the other day, again on TikTok. It was a person talking about not talking to family members, yada yada. I'm sure each of us has our own family stories. If you're lucky enough to have a good family, that's fucking awesome because it feels far too often that there's always that shitty uncle or cousin or something like that. But she was talking about how screw respecting people and stuff like that. She's all like, I don't believe in treat people how you want to be treated. I'm like, well, I mean, that's kind of a shitty outlook. Yeah. I understand that, you know, some people aren't worth your time. But with that being said, some people aren't worth your time.
Yeah,
you shouldn't just stick around and treat them like shit. Just leave them alone.
Yeah. If you can't be kind, just step yourself out of the situation.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. That's why I even left that comment. I was all like, well, I don't believe the answer is lowering yourself to their standards. Like, that should never be the answer. Right. If you have to lower yourself, it's the wrong answer.
Yeah, no. just don't engage.
Yeah.
Like I essentially what that shirt, I feel like that shirt for the autistic, they wanted to say, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
But they just were trying to keep it PC. Like,
right.
We don't want to trigger anybody.
They actually want to sell shirts.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love that. Be kind to everybody. And again, if you can't be kind to them, just don't interact with them. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's where society is at today, is everybody feels like they should, and we should have to accept them. And at the end of the day, we don't have to accept anything. At the very basic, I'll respect you enough to say, hey, I don't believe in that. I don't want to be around that. But you are still free to do whatever the hell you want to do.
That's what the freedom. That's what the freedom is. You go do what you want to do. I have my corner. I'll go over here and do my thing. You go over there and do your thing. You know, when you bring your thing into my world and force it down my throat and encourage me to have to agree with you, that's the line. Do we see? That's the line. And that's this line. Remember, a couple weeks ago, I posted a thing about, well, I'm going to say it, Disney and the shit that's been going on. That's the line. That's the line they have fucking crossed, and apparently Netflix is doing the same shit. You're forcing it down throat, especially to the children. Has nothing to do with like, you go do you. Don't put that shit in a Mickey Mouse cartoon. Like, it's his clubhouse. They build cakes and they play with turtles and they fly kites. That's what they fucking do. They never talk about
the hot dog dance.
The hot dog dance. Do the hot dog dance. Like, do we have to call it the bun and the taco and hot dog dance now because everybody's freaking out? Like I don't understand this shit. Like, it's a cartoon. They're children. Leave them alone. My son barely knows about that shit. You know why? Because he's fucking 10. He likes to play video games. He likes Sonic the Hedgehog. He likes to dig holes in the ground. He likes to climb trees. He plays on his bicycle. You know why? Because he's fucking 10. You don't need to share that shit with children. They don't need that shit. First of all, he's not even going through puberty. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And then again, you throw that on top of puberty, and then you just confuse the shit out of him even more. He came home the other day from school because he's at the age where they're starting to do hey, this is what is going to happen to your body. Learn the lesson of what's going to happen to boys. Okay, he was already a little confused as it is. I helped bring him down, calm him down. So if a 10-year-old's mind, as intelligent as my child, is still struggling with just the concept of growth and bodily changes, to introduce the fact that a boy can be a girl is fucking stupid. That was my 2 cents.
And again, it's not the fact that you wanting to be a girl is stupid.
Nope.
It's just it's not the time or the place for that.
Not for
what happened? It's not the time or place for that.
There's a time and a place for everything, and it's called college.
Yeah. Speaking of which, oh man, bringing up that thing I told you about the other day. So there's certain situations where I agree with it, and others where I'm like, again, there's a time and place for that. So there's parents and people out there that are outraged that I don't remember what state it's in, and I'm not going to speculate so I don't throw the wrong state under the bus. But there's a state out there whose college offers a course basically about like porn education. So think like filmography class, but for porn. And there are people saying that, oh, that's not right. Like, our kids shouldn't be subjected to that. Like, for one, I as a parent, I understand that your baby's always going to be your baby. I get it. But when they turn 18, they can do what they want. So if they want to go to college and take a porn course because they want to, I mean,
that's their choice. You're a grown adult.
Are we really mad about that?
Right. Yeah, you make your choice. See, even Charlie agrees. See, it's you're first of all, at that point, you're an adult in your choice. If you as a parent are mad about your kids choosing a porn class, well, then that's something amongst.
And now here's my other half of the argument is I get that some parents are legitimately outraged, but I wonder how many of those parents don't like it because they're afraid of what happens if my child becomes something I don't like.
Yes.
And
what if my child becomes a porn star?
Like that's what I'm curious about is like how many of these parents are actually like just old-fashioned, or maybe they're homophobes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
extremely.
So I feel like we need to know the answer to that.
Because they didn't teach appropriately on the way up. Like the moment my kid's talking about the puberty thing, I sit and I conversate with them because I don't know. It seems to be what a parent would do.
Yeah, he didn't run off and go yell at the school for telling his son about puberty and shit like that. Yeah, because
that's what they do. I mean, it's not their job. I don't necessarily, but that's what they did when I was a kid. Was that thunder?
I think so.
Nice. We got a comment. But that's what I remember. Was it fifth grade?
Something like that.
We went into the classroom, all the boys, and it was dark. And we're like, why are there only boys in here? And it's weird. And then they put the projector on because I'm old. So there was a projector with a little pull down screen and shit. Yeah. And they did there was just slides of like, that the medical dictionary looking slides of the side view of the dick and balls with it, labeling shit. And they were telling us all about it. And for an hour, all you did was giggle. All you do was giggle.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was funny to us.
It was funny because there's a big wiener on the screen. Like, and you're in a room completely uncomfortable with a bunch of other
a bunch of other 10-year-olds. So your friends.
She said balls.
Right.
So yeah,
I think even in our puberty class, they went like they put their toes in the sex ed pool. So we learned how to put the condom on the banana. Not like physically we did it, but they showed us.
I don't even know if I learned the condom thing.
Yeah, so they showed us the condom on the banana and yada yada. And I think they didn't try to preach abstinence to us, but obviously explained that waiting's cool. And I mean, it isn't terrible. Especially if you think, sorry.
Well, again, they're not talking about waiting more. They're trying to teach your wiener can be chopped off and turned into a vagina. But by the way, did you know when that shit happens? Do you know that the transformation after the transformation process, the men that become women have to use a medical dildo to maintain the hole. Because it's not an appropriate hole. It's technically cut. So it will eventually seal itself shut. So they have to use a medical dildo to make this vagina.
I like that.
Because it's not a real, like, it's not like it's if you're born with parts, if you have differences, you have this and you want to, it's not real. You cut it off is not real. Now you are just a dickless dude. You are.
And again, we're not hating.
Not hating. That's what you want to do. Just don't put it in Mickey Mouse cartoons. That's what you want to do. Great. You're still a dude and you can't race women in the Olympics. Yeah. Genetics are still genetics. When you're still in the 40s, you're still going to have a doctor stick his finger up your ass and check your prostate. Because guess what? You still fucking have one. Because you take that out, you're going to die. Because men have prostates that what's that have to do with? I don't even know what it controls. What does it control? Your balls?
I don't know.
What does it control? Your anal glands? Because I know if your prostate gets too big, it can shut off some stuff and make you not be able to pee and poop. And bad. Still gonna have to have a prostate exam, my bro. And fake boobies. Remember when women used to get implants and you called them fake? Because they were fake titties? And when they get implants in the cheek, you got fucking implants. They were fake. If you take the fat from your leg and stick it in a tube of plastic and stick it on your crotch with a pump in it to try and become a man because that's what you feel, it's still a fake wiener. Call yourself a man. It's great. It's still fake. You weren't born with it.
Your prostate makes
semen. So what happens when you remove the exit gate, like the ball sack? And what happens to your prostate? I guess they'll find out in a few years, won't they?
Yeah.
What do they do about that? That's a very tender situation. A prostate could kill a man in a heartbeat.
Another controversial subject while we're on the subject of semen and shit.
By the way, most people don't like this show, Charlie, because I piss people off a lot.
Well, at least Charlie's in it.
I love Charlie. Charlie's my bro. I'm teaching this dude how to do some crypto shit. He comes in the
Look,
office.
see, now we know YouTube's lying because it says 0, but
Yeah,
Charlie's engaging.
Yeah, they took us. This is how, I don't know, you can't see this, Charlie, but they YouTube boycotts us a lot because I guess it's probably just because of the shit we talk about.
Yeah, and normally we talk about crypto and stuff.
Oh shit, Slim Josh is called.
Oh,
A live conversation.
Here we go, guys. We're live.
What's up, man? Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. I'll be done at 8 o'clock if you want to roll through. Okay, just you can holler at me though. Yes, sir.
They do that, Charlie.
Do what? Yes, sir. Just holler at me. All right, look. Real life. Tender situation.
He's talking about how
they censored you already, and they'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, check this out.
That.
Whatever you were typing, whatever word you think they censored, what was it, a hashtag or an @ sign? When you put a hashtag in front of it, I think you can type it.
Yes, I just got fired from work at a big time YouTube show.
Yeah, he's the art guy.
Oh,
he does the digital design. Yes. He was doing some digital art shit.
So what happened? Can you tell us?
I mean, he did. He told me that might take a lot of describing.
Can you give me the short answer?
Yeah, go ahead and type whatever you wish.
Was it just like a discrepancy?
There's a delay too, by the way. I'm sure you've caught on to this.
They found somebody cheaper. Like, what happened?
I found somebody cheaper.
They get some 14-year-old kid to do it in a basement instead.
Some Asian kid.
Yeah.
They're outsourcing now.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I need somebody. We were talking about that too. Charlie, you know what? Wait, we've asked him so many questions. He's got to answer the other one.
Yeah, budget stuff. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
Yeah. Budgetary.
Uh-oh.
What you got?
Eminem's daughter is going by Stevie now. Now, I knew about his one daughter, but I feel like this is different.
She's a dude?
And Haley, but where'd Whitney come from?
Well, of course, he's got more than one. All rappers have more than one. Even the white ones. I just watched the new Jackass movie. Watch Machine Gun Kelly get knocked the fuck out.
Oh, God, he's in the movie?
Well, yeah, it was only one scene with him and Steve on the bicycles and them doing the hand thing. And the hand goes back. And whoever pedals faster, the opposite handle slap, knocked him the fuck out. What was that thing you were going to say before the show? I said pause it, let's bring it up later for no reason, for fun.
Oh, the Florida lawyer misappropriated clients' funds and then sued him for $100 million. They sued the client. So the lawyer messed up with the client's money and then turned around and sued the client. Let me get a quick read because I didn't quick read it. So I guess he was, what do they call that shit? Fluffing the bill, just adding shit on there to add shit. Did notify the client of a $15,000 settlement and paid himself with the money, and then sued the clients for breach of contract in the form of $100 million of damages. And he took the $15,000. Let's see. What did he do with the $15,000? Earned him an emergency suspension.
This world is fucking crazy.
Right.
What was that other thing where the lady sued the what?
The people that sued the golf course. So they moved next to a golf course.
You ready for this, Charlie?
You ready? So they bought a $750,000 home next to a golf course. I'm assuming they like golf. But then eventually end up suing and winning $3.5 million into their pocket because golf balls were hitting their house and caused damage and pain and suffering. Didn't say that they ever got hit with a golf ball, but the golf balls hitting their house caused them pain and suffering to the tune of $3.5 million.
The golf balls that hit their house next to a golf course.
Yeah. They bought their house.
It's not like their neighbor was just whacking balls.
Yeah, no. They sued the golf place.
They chose to move next to a golf course and then sued them for golf balls hitting their house.
And won.
America.
Yeah.
God.
I don't think we've seen anything that dumb since the lady sued McDonald's for the hot coffee.
The hot coffee. And Charlie, this was a thing back in the 90s, no joke.
1994.
Yeah, that's the reason coffee at McDonald's, or all places essentially now, has hot on it, which is a duh. But because some lady spilled her own coffee on herself and said it was hot and it burned her, sued McDonald's in 1994 and won.
On the premise that they didn't say that the coffee was hot, but I guess there are regulations, and this is how she won. I guess there are regulations that say how hot the coffee should come out of the dispenser, and the coffee had been coming out of the dispenser at too high of a temperature, which allowed it to be hot enough to thus then burn her once it was finally given to her. And the other half of it was they did not install the lid properly, or the lid was illy fitting or something like that, which was the whole reason the coffee was able to spill in the first place.
Yeah.
But man, I sure wish I could sue Folgers because I made a cup of coffee in my house and the damn thing was too hot and I spilled it. Yeah, I spilled it on my lap because my kid fucking shot his Nerf gun at me when I wasn't ready.
Right.
And now I get $10 billion. I don't even know. Let's see.
What's up, Cuba? Welcome to the show, my bro. So what you tell me is I can make bank off any coffee I'm sold that is not labeled. But he was trying to say hot, but yes. If you,
she got $480,000 in 1994.
That's like $65 billion now.
I don't know where. So it started out as 2.7 million, but I guess there was actually somebody with a brain in this case that was all like, "There's no way."
Like, okay, listen. We'll give you $500,000 just because this is all fucking stupid. So we're just let's settle. Let's just settle, and you can go back to your trailer park with your 19 kids, and then go buy your McDonald's for your 19 kids. I'm sure she spent that money wisely.
Oh, I'm sure. I bet she invested it, and she's a millionaire now.
And after that, the amount of lawsuits that were coming out of nowhere, the slipping on the floors, the doors not labeled, like everything in the world is labeled now. I think that's why California labels everything with cancer, just in case somebody gets cancer from it, they can't be held liable for it. Like, we told you shit, that pillow gives you cancer. It says it on the label. We told you, can't sue us. So I think that's where they're at with this. Cuba, how you been, my brother? How's your crypto doing? Mine's excellent. Mine is doing amazing.
So this inspired me to look up the dumbest lawsuits in history.
Oh God, here we go. The dumbest lawsuits in history, ladies and gentlemen.
So I guess an Israeli couple had to pay more than $2,000 for an apartment they never rented due to an emoji in a text message. It said they contacted a landlord, found online during the text conversation, the couple used various smiley faces as well as other emojis like champagne bottle and a peace sign. And because of this, the landlord thought the couple was sincerely interested and took his property off the market. But when they decided not to rent it, the property owner sued him for lost wages based on the fact that the emojis,
off the market.
Yeah, based on the fact that the emojis made him think that they wanted the apartment.
And he won.
Yep. Oh man. A woman sued Starbucks. Sit down. Are you sitting? Get ready. Maybe take a swig of beer or a puff of whatever you like to puff on, because this is about to get ridiculous. A woman sues Starbucks for using too much ice. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like any smart person, anybody with common sense knows that if you pour the drink out of any fast food cup it's going to be like half the cup because of the amount of ice they put in there.
It's ridiculous.
And if you don't like that, all you have to say is, hey, I don't want any ice or light ice. It's that easy. It does not say how much she got, if anything. But she did attempt to sue that.
Again, this is America. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say these are probably white people. I know that the coffee lady was a white lady. This is just what, when there's something white people don't like, they sue it or like blow it up, or they complain about it anymore on Twitter until they take it down.
Yep. This guy sued British Airways for sending him to Grenada instead of Grenada, which I feel like is a simple mistake. Maybe he had an accent of some type, and they didn't get that he was saying an E and not an A. But he got $34,000.
All right. Well, there was a guy I took in my taxi that one time. He had an accent. He told me he needed to go to Louis, and I took him to Louis' bar, but he was actually talking about Lowe's hardware store.
Oh.
He was mispronouncing. He's like, yeah, Louis. So I'm here. I'm like at Louis, but we were not supposed to go to Louis. He was going to Lowe's, the hardware store. So, yeah.
This man, oh my God, there's no way. Hold on, let me make sure I understand this.
This might have been an old thing, Cuba. These are old lawsuits. Like the coffee one was 1994. These might be old lawsuits. Yes, he's right. We worked at Sonic. You're supposed to pack that shit with ice. Now, again, this might have been earlier in the world, and that's also Starbucks. Starbucks gets sued a lot. I remember a lot of Starbucks lawsuits. Excuse me. What's that one? Hey, Cuba, I'm making $200 a day.
Jesus. So, man goes to a McDonald's in California and asks for extra napkins.
Okay.
Apparently, the Mexican American manager mumbled something that the man took to be racially discriminating. The manager mumbled something that the guy could not make out,
Because he was speaking Spanish.
Assumed it was racially motivated, and claimed in a letter to the general manager that the incident left him unable to work because of undue mental anguish and the intentional infliction of emotional distress.
The fuck?
How much did this man win? $1.5 million for something somebody did or did not mumble under their breath when he asked for extra napkins.
Who are these judges?
Right. Like, hey, I'm trying to get paid.
It's like you don't blame the artist for making stupid music. You blame
My man sued a dry cleaner and won $54 million because they lost his
67.
No. He settled for 54.
Oh, he settled for 54.
$54 million because they lost his pair of pants. Not his wardrobe, not his $20 million luxury shirt collection, a pair of pants.
God, fucking America, man. All right, Coops. This is a screenshot from the other day where it shows, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Where it shows my return over, my 5-day ROI at the bottom right there.
Just in case you can't see it, it says $1,000.
$1,024. That's with my SAFU, guys. This is, I have worked my way up to 42 tokens, moving and buying, trading and moving. I haven't put any more money into this. I just keep. It is backwards? Really? Hey, wait, maybe I can do this.
Jesus Christ.
What's up?
A lady sued a theme park and won $15,000 because she went to a haunted house and it was too scary.
And this country, man, like this fucking country.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'll send this to you, Coobs. I'll just send it to you. You're probably alive right now.
In 1991, a man sued a beer company for $10,000 because the ad made it seem like he could get hot women if he drank that beer, and it did not get him hot women.
Oh, you remember the Pepsi thing?
Yeah.
This is a big one.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, Charlie, are you still there? This is a big one. I'm sure you haven't heard of this. Cooper, you might remember this. Pepsi used to do Pepsi points, and there was an advertisement that if you saved up, was it 100 million? Was it a billion?
Something.
A crazy, ridiculous number of Pepsi points, an ungodly amount of Pepsi points. In the commercial, according to the commercial, you could buy a helicopter or an airplane, military grade, something fucking crazy. Some guy did it, and Pepsi didn't want to give it to him, so he sued them until they did it, and I think he won. 100 million, Cuba. See, and what was it? What was it? Was it an Apache helicopter or something?
Yeah, it was like a fighter jet.
A fighter jet.
F-22, or they didn't have it. F-16 or something like that.
Some crazy shit, but the guy won because I mean they advertised it, and he made it.
And they didn't have a fighter jet to give him. Surprise! Yeah. Surprise! They didn't have a fighter jet to give him. But at least that one's legit. Like he entered a contest that said, "Hey, complete this criteria."
And he did it.
And then you can have this. And then he did, and they didn't have it. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not this dude called me a racial slur, I think, so you should give me $4 million.
Yeah. You're just an emotional little bitch. That's just really what you are. Your mommy gave you the teat too long, and you're a whiny little crybaby, and you need to go home.
Hey, this guy sued God.
You can't sue God.
Oh,
it's not a thing. Well, then I want to sue Santa Claus because he never fucking brought me that pony I've been asking for about 30 years now. It was Pepsi Point, though. It was Pepsi. It was 100 million Pepsi Point, or whatever it was. It was in Pepsi Point. He lost. Did he lose? Yeah, he got some settlement, though. He still got something.
Yeah, he got something. Because eventually what it boils down to is they had to give him something.
Kuba, look at your phone.
And
I just sent you a message.
Something. Oh, Jesus.
And I know, Charlie, how you couldn't. You can't. That was the point of the whole commercial. This was also the 90s. It was ridiculous. That was the whole point of the commercial because it was an unfathomable amount of Pepsi points because you only got like 1 per can, 2 per bottle or some junk. You got like 10 for a 12 pack or some crazy thing like that. So you would have to have spent $1 million on Pepsi, like $10 million on Pepsi in the minimum. Just go buy one.
Right, Jesus.
I feel like you could have bought one cheaper than that. Get a tank. Don't they sell those? But yeah, it was a crazy time. After that coffee thing went down, there was a lot of suing going on. So that's why there's so many like eggshells to be walked on with ads. Cody!
Hey!
DeFi Cody's here. Thanks for showing up, Cody. Appreciate you. We're just talking about stupid.
Guys, can we get some likes? I don't know if YouTube's just like
like us.
Shaming us right now or something, but
there's
can we get
3
some
people.
likes, please?
Like, it's not
Please
YouTube doesn't share my shit, Cody.
Oh, our one obligatory. Please like, subscribe, join the conversation.
Like, subscribe.
You guys are doing the comment part great.
Yeah,
Let's get some likes. I'm sure you guys are all subscribed. We really appreciate
this.
You.
Has been a pretty good
like.
Yeah. And Cuba, I am selling coins. Okay, so I have it on. I have my deadline. You need to learn what's going on with this coin, man. Like he's got the racing team. In fact, what they place. Look up irtvrighnow.com/.
So the
14th, he got up to 14th.
Actually, in the first round, one of the drivers got up to 14th.
We're talking about the Safu racing team right now.
In the first round, the one driver got up to 14th, and Nicholas got up to 23rd, which is pretty typical for him. It's like second to last place. And then in the second round, the better driver got up to 11th, and I think Nicholas got up to 21st or something like that.
Pretty good. So he's moving up. So yeah. Cody, thank you for being here, by the way. Yeah, definitely check out the Safu. He's got the airline thing. He applied for the Crypto Island, which is just unbelievable. If you haven't seen this, go to @Crypto Island. Maybe it's actually @Satoshi Island. I'm sorry, on Twitter. This is a island built around crypto. I applied for this thing. They're giving away 21,000 NFTs. If you win one of these NFTs, you can build on their island. Now, of course, you're going to have to pay for whatever the shit, but it's all going to be around crypto.
So I want to know something. Maybe not specifically from you, Charlie, but if you understand the whole thing, maybe you can throw some input. But how many of okay, let me not say it that way. How many letters do you guys really need? Because now we're up to LGBTQIA plus, and I've heard other renditions.
What's IA?
I don't know.
Why don't they just say A B C D E F G?
But
what's IA? International Association.
Maybe that's what it stands for. And I still don't understand I think the plus is just to include anybody else.
Igloo Assassins.
Yes, Igloo Assassins.
Igloo Assassins. I know.
But where that came from is jumping back to Eminem's daughter that I didn't really know about, Whitney. I guess she wants to be called Stevie now because she identifies as non-binary. It would be preferred to call Stevie, which is cool. Again, we're not hating on you guys. We could care less what you want to do with your body.
I just don't
or your
understand why
life.
it's such a big fucking deal. Can't you focus on like a job? I don't know. Let's get back to society.
You notice?
Recycle. You guys recycle?
I
fucking recycle.
You notice furries are not out on the front lines saying we need to be accepted.
We want to be accepted.
We
I'm a zebra too.
We should be able to go to the movies in our furry costumes. You know why? Because they understand that what they're doing is a little out there.
Yeah.
And not everybody's going to understand it. Not everybody needs to understand it. They're having a good time inside their four walls. Yeah. And that's good enough for them.
Yeah.
Why?
If they started walking in my house and like,
put on this Pikachu suit, bitch.
I'd be a little scared. I'm not a furry. I don't even like the freak out. It's little bitty furries.
I don't know what he's doing.
Do you like it when I stroke my hair? So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and join the conversation. Kind of goes off the rails sometimes.
I was going to say, this is not our typical episode. I don't know what happened. I don't know what he was drinking before I showed up. But he sure did jump in on it at minute 5, and we've just been all over the place. But that is how this show started. We were here for the conversation. We want to hear people. Stuff like Mr. Charlie explaining his understanding of things right now.
He's figuring out how to keep including more and more people who realize that there's some form of queer, or just use queer, gender fluid, or trans. I mean, and again, because I've known about trans people like most of my entire fucking life because they're born with dual this or whatever. Oh. And whenever you felt like you were part of the opposite sex, you just were a more effeminate male or just a more butch type female.
I've heard so many women say, like older women say, it's really kind of scary to think that how I grew up as a tomboy would be misconstrued as something else in this day and age. Yeah. Just because they wanted to do the stuff the boys did.
That's what I mean. They were girls growing up and they were just tomboys. They were riding bikes with us. They were in the mud with us. And they were showing us the dirty parts. I mean, that's the way it worked. You played doctor and then you went outside and climbed a tree. That's how it worked. And then they still grew up to be just really badass girls. And I think that's a lot of society's problem. No one's just allowed to be comfortable in their own fucking skin. Like, you're allowed to be a badass girl that likes mud and rough shit and you want to wrestle and punch things. That's why they have UFC for girls that fight other girls, because they want to do shit like that. They want to climb trees and rock climb and drive big trucks and shit like that and work with jackhammers. And there's girls that want to put on dresses and do that. Same side with the boys. There's dudes that want to go out and parasail and fly airplanes and be doctors, and then there's dudes that want to put on dresses and shit. But you just start mutilating yourself, and then you're I know a female, the one that lived down by us, that went from female to male to female to having a kid to back to male. Now she doesn't even know what the fuck she is because her body makeup is so, she was so uncomfortable just being a female because I think she was big.
And to say that, with that being said, she was on the hormones and everything.
She put herself on hormones. She has facial hair.
Yeah, she had facial hair and everything. So, and again, we respect that. Oh yeah, she did have some huge knockers. for what she was. If they would stop jamming down people's throat, nobody would care what they feel they are, but pushing it on people over and over again, claiming there is a prop when there isn't, doesn't help the case.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were saying
100%.
that earlier. That's what we were saying about Disney with this shit. Like, it's not their job to talk about wieners and vaginas. They talk about lollipops and happy time
And the hot dog dance.
and the hot dog dance. Whenever you watch Mickey, you want to do the hot dog dance. If you don't know this
Mickey
shit.
Mouse's clubhouse, not
Do
Mickey
the hot dog
Mouse's LGBTQ.
Yeah, it's not. You don't go to Disney to learn about. Hey, I like to have sex with the people that aren't me but are me. No, you go to Disney because you want to ride a roller coaster and put on the fucking ears. That's why you go to Disney. I want to ride the pirate ride. I want to go to the top of that mountain thing and be dropped 300 feet in 2 seconds. I want to eat some ice cream. I want to go watch a scary movie. That's what I want to do at Disney World. I don't give a shit who's banging who. It has nothing to do with cartoons. I mean, except for like Family Guy. I mean, you can do. But again, that's adult cartoon. Take that shit out of our children's head. That's my problem with it.
Yeah, notice nobody. Excuse me. Nobody's ever complained about South Park, Family Guy, The Simpsons, none of that. Because that's what they do.
Well, people complain, but they complain because they're little bitches too. Because they don't know how to. They don't forgot there was an off button on their TV.
Right? Yeah, you can change the channel.
You can change the channel. And that's what.
Nobody's sitting behind you on the couch with a gun to your head saying, "Watch Family Guy."
And that's what we were saying with the jamming down your throat thing. You can't anymore. You can't change the channel because when you change the channel, it's on the other fucking channel. That's the problem. There's no more changing the channel. You turn it off, and then you got some sort of ad that's popping up that's telling you to support wieners on girls.
So the only religious issues I care about is a grown man a year ago decided there are girls and winning. Oh, yeah. For sure, man.
Yeah. Like, you're a dude competing in a woman's. Like, no.
That's not fair.
Not fair.
You know,
that UFC shit.
Again, when Caitlyn Jenner. When Caitlyn Jenner says you have no business being there as a trans female, you know you messed up.
Yeah, you fucked up. Fucked up. You know who Caitlyn Jenner is? You fucked up. Like,
Like, seriously. That's the end of that discussion
because
right there.
He didn't do his thing and then start racing girls because he was like one of the fastest people in the world at the time or whatever. He chopped his thing. He felt the way he did, and then he stopped his sports. And he just continued his life and then got famous for doing what he did or she did or whatever they did. But he didn't immediately just go start racing chicks. Just like, well, I beat all the dudes. I'm going to go beat all the women. No.
Like, that's no fun.
That's no fun.
That's not it. Like, that's like, so I race VR online. What are the sim racing? I do sim racing online.
Yeah.
And I don't win a lot, but I'm not going to trash my rating so I can go race with lower level racers so I can win.
Right.
I'm going to try to better myself.
Yeah.
And if I can't reach that level, then I guess I'm just not meant to reach that level, or I'm not as good as those people.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I keep hearing too. There should be a third category. You want to fit yourself as in a, like, I'm an all. Okay. There's an all category because these guys identify as dudes. These girls identify as females. Y'all identify as this or both, or you don't know, you can't decide, or whatever.
Here's your category.
Here's your category.
That's it.
That's it.
End of story.
Boom.
You don't get to race with the females,
Nope.
and obviously you don't want to race with the males.
Because there's not a lot of women putting on.
But that's segregation. You can't segregate them. That's not fair.
It's not a segregation. You got a whole brand new category. This is yours. Have it.
No, it's not good enough. They want to be where they want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? It all started with participation trophies.
Yeah, I got that shit when I was in fourth grade.
That's what happened. Wow. What happened again? What happened to either you're good enough to win, or you don't.
Or you don't. And then the rest of us can go do go better things like go be computer nerds.
Yeah.
Because
find your attribute and use it.
It's the same as everybody thinks they need a voice. Like their voice fucking matters. No. You're
That's just like something I'm saying. It's just like
when I was 16, my voice didn't fucking matter. Nobody gave a shit.
Oh, they still don't give a shit. We got 2 viewers.
Nobody gives a shit.
Chad, Cody, and Charlie. Thank you. We appreciate you so much.
Cody, you're the best, man. Thanks
Look,
for popping.
we've been doing this for 2.5 years.
2.5
We don't
years.
make money.
Nope.
We don't have the nicest stuff.
No, I have no titties. I mean, I
Yeah.
could go get implants. If I did a woman, I get a lot more titties. I mean, a lot more.
Well,
more
you
attention.
already got the hair, so you just gotta like
I got the name.
shave off all the facial hair,
It
put
does
on the
say my
makeup.
G spot. People accidentally find this show, Cody, when they search YouTube for hardcore porn.
This is the thing. We checked our analytics.
Analytics.
And there was like 13 people that made it to our channel. Or either 13 people or 13%, something like that. It was
Something
ridiculous though at the time.
They're on
To
YouTube.
see that many people are on YouTube looking up hardcore porn.
I don't even understand.
That was the legitimate tag that they said that they were looking up.
And then they found my channel, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, this guy's not."
But
touching.
if we were Belle Delphine and doing the same thing, oh, we'd be rich.
What's that? Is it too late to explain this thing?
Hold on.
That might just something go over my head, guys. By the way, thank you guys for being here. If you made it all this way, I know Cody, you hopped in at the end, and Kuba, if you're even still there, you hopped in at the end. But everything it's enjoyable to at least have somebody to talk to. This is my venting zone, Cody. This is where I like to come, and I've been doing this for 2.5 years. He's been with me every episode except for the first 2. And maybe like, no, you were here. He's been in every episode because if he wasn't here, I wouldn't have done the episode.
Just while I'm scrolling, so you can
Oh, she's a porn star?
I mean, internet sensation.
Oh, that's that thing. That's what her name
thing.
is.
Yeah, that's her name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to see how much she made off of selling her bathwater.
Shut the fuck up.
It was a shit ton. That's all.
Yet again, here's a whole nother topic of how it's completely unfair that, like, I posted, I don't know if you saw this, Cody, but I posted on some random Safe Moon tweet. Some girl posted a picture of herself in a really, really tiny bikini. And her it was like up inside of her vagina, like she was given a front wedgie. And I made a comment, like your vagina's eating your bathing suit. I thought it was hilarious. But, like, even some of the comments are like, why do you feel the need to do this? You're not promoting Safe Moon. You're just, like, showing your vagina to the world. Which, again, I had no problem with. But let's label it as it is. Let's not try to, like, put a thin layer of fucking cream on it and act like, oh, I love Safe Moon. No, you want to show everybody your fucking vagina. Let's just be real.
They got a website for that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So she took a bath and made $12,000. So if you're
Okay.
an attractive female, you can take a bath. And
I'm
make
going to go
$12,000.
shit in a bathtub real quick or whatever she did. What'd she do? She peed?
No, she just took a bath.
She just
in it.
took a
I mean,
bath?
she may have peed in it. I don't know, but it was just her bath water.
Oh, my God.
I mean, for all we know, it was probably just like purified drinking water. But to the old sad men out there.
Who's really being exploited here? I think it's the moronic dudes that really think
But women have to make it about themselves.
they do have to make it about themselves.
And actually, so jumping back to that porn class thing in college, a good percentage of the people that were upset that the class was basically objectifying women.
Yeah.
And my first initial thought was like, what about the men?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know lesbian videos are very popular, but
Kuba, thanks for being here, bro. Check that Safu shit out.
yes, Mr. Kuba, thank
If you need to come over and I'll sit and explain it to you to your face, just make sure you check this shit out.
all day long, my friend. But yeah, so
They felt like they were being exploited.
yeah,
But it's
but
really
now I want to know what those people think about websites such as OnlyFans.
right because it's you're not.
Yeah, come in. You're not on the screen
You
or
can-
anything.
yeah.
You just pick a spot.
Yeah, you're good.
Hang out.
But no,
You can
that's
say some shit if you want to. You got
yeah.
anything to say?
What's the combo about?
Anything.
We're
Really.
talking about the exploitation of women and men in porn because they're teaching college classes about porn now, and apparently that parents are upset about this because they feel like they're exploiting their children. But when it's they're choosing to take the class because you're in college at this point,
Okay, yeah.
you know what I mean. So it's always because your audience is the men because that's 90% of your audience. Women like porn, but not a huge percentage.
Yeah.
So you're exploiting the men at this point. But anyway, Cody, we appreciate you being here. Man, if you could share my pinned tweet for your audience so I can engage some more people, this is how we do it, man. Have you bought some Safu at this point? Because you need to. I know this is not financial advice, but I saw your tweet the other day that said maybe you should listen to BabyJesus. And that's right. Because I listen to other people, and they tell me some things because I'm making money.
How do you think we got this far?
Yeah.
I mean, my man's smart, but he's no genius.
I'm not a genius.
Or we'd have NFTs.
Yeah. I got a car, but that thing's not as sexy as you think it would be. And I'm still in an apartment, even though we proclaim it's a mansion. It's a big-ass joke.
Yeah.
But if you would share this shit, I appreciate you guys for making it this far. If you guys in the future have made it this far, make sure you come back again, like, subscribe, join the conversation. We'll be live next Sunday doing what we do, probably talking about more crypto. By then, I think I'll have another like $1,500. So I hope you guys do too, because I'm making money and you guys need to. Appreciate all the love from. Yeah, where's all my thumbs up, by the way?
Yeah, we're missing the thumbs up.
There's some thumbs that are missing up in here.
Yeah.
Look at this. This
Where
is
the thumbs
bullshit.
at?
Where the thumbs at? You guys have been great. We appreciate you being here. Remember what I always say, Cody, this is my outro, bro. The only you need to be is you.
And to go along with the opening speech, live it fully every day.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace.